Hi guys, welcome back to PIB, Popcorn in Bed. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you for watching a movie with me tonight. I'm watching something called Space Cowboys, which sounds like, I don't know, they asked a fifth grader, like, what do you want to name this movie? Space Cowboys! I have no idea what it's about, but I do not think it is going to be a fifth grader movie because it was directed, I don't know if it's directed by Clint Eastwood or it's just starring Clint Eastwood, but we had a 25 in 2025 poll. So these are movies that turned 25 this year, and apparently 2000 was a great movie year because we had a poll A and a poll B, and then the top two from each one went to a final poll, and we had Space Cowboys won by only 1% to frequency. The next was High Fidelity, and then in last but not least, U57 won. And to be honest, I want to watch all of those, but Space Cowboys is up first. Like I said, I know Clint Eastwood is in this. I think I've loved everything I've seen him in. What did I just watch most recently? $1 Million Baby, but then what was he hot in? Oh my gosh, guys, what movie did I watch where he was hot? The Outlaw Josie Wales. That's the one I was thinking of. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? I loved him in that one movie called In the Line of Fire, where he plays like an older Secret Service agent, but that was in 1993, and this was in 2000. And he looked and was acting pretty old in the Line of Fire. And then there was Gran Torino. Wow, what year was that? Anyways, let's just watch this movie. I'm guessing it has something to do with space. It's weird though, when I picture Clint Eastwood, I still, even though I've seen him in these other movies, I still kind of picture him as a cowboy in the desert. So with all that said, let's watch Space Cowboys. Here's our Patreon if you want to vote on polls like this, 25 and 25 poll. And then don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, podcast, Instagram. Okay, here we go. $1958.
100,000. What do you say we buck our nose into space, Frank?
We're approaching heat barrier. Let's level off.
Recover one. This is Falcon. Beginning descent now.
Oh my gosh, that's so his voice.
Catch that, Hawk?
Why do I recognize these voices but not the faces? It's just their younger selves.
Don't you, Frank?
We're taking her down, Hawk. That's an order.
Look at that.
It does look like a young Clint.
That's where we're going. I don't know how and I don't know when, but fly to the moon and let me play among the stars.
Oh.
Oh, you want to get out and give us a push, Frank?
He seems a little too calm for that. Did they know they're going to be looking to do that?
We haven't got any choice, bud. We're not writing this one out. Call Mayday. We're popping. We're popping.
Don't you dare. Oh? You're way too calm about all that.
This is it. First one down wins the prize.
It's like a game to him. Who is that voice? Ouch.
112,000 feet and I feel fine.
You've always got to push things to the limit, don't you?
Well, that's what I do best, Frank. Ah, come on. Stop.
Is that smoke I smell? Looks like a fire out by Ridgecrest. My $4 million X2. Is that the X2 that you're referring to?
We did break both speed and altitude records, sir, and beat the free fall mark by 30,000 feet.
3 planes in 10 months. That's bound to be a record too, Hawkins. I hold in my hand a directive from the office of the President of the United States of America. Effective immediately, the Air Force's formal involvement in outer atmosphere testing and exploration is hereby terminated. New civilian agency, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, is this day chartered.
NASA.
Who's going to be the first American in space?
A decision has been made. After an exhaustive search, we have identified who could best carry out a mission of this magnitude. I would like you to meet Mary Ann, the first American to cross into outer space.
What? I remember it from the right stuff. I liked the right stuff. I want to rewatch that one. Yager.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mission Director Sarah Holland.
That was the voice of that guy who just introduced Marianne. Babe,
Good morning,
back in the
ladies
city.
and gentlemen. 11 days ago, atmospheric tracking determined that Russian communication satellite Icon has initiated orbital degradation. There's a total systems failure in the online navigation and guidance avionics. All redundant systems are non-responsive. The satellite will re-enter the Earth's atmosphere.
And crash?
Icon has given you 14 years of service. That is within the performance range of a communication satellite. It will probably crash in the ocean or burn up in the atmosphere.
Also, First Contact, Star Trek.
Hard to believe that you fellas only have one bird up there. Couldn't we just transfer the workload?
We have been given a presidential mandate to assist the Russians, our partners in the International Space Station. And I assure you that we will fix this problem. It's just a glitch.
We're feeding these guys bold-faced lies. It's a waste of money, and it's a waste of my staff's time.
Sarah, you're one hell of an engineer.
LA Confidential.
This thing is dumb as a post. It's dead in the air.
Okay, why don't you stop trying to talk to this satellite? I mean, you have the code. Why don't you just override the guidance system?
Bob, the guidance system on this thing is a dinosaur. It's pre-microprocessor. It's pre-everything.
I'm looking up the designer.
Don't bother. It was Francis D. Corwin.
Is he dead?
Only if I'm lucky.
Which one was he?
Would you like me to
Frank?
read the instructions to you again?
There he is.
You know the door to the house is locked, right?
That's no problem.
You forgot the batteries?
Yeah, I got you here in the garage. The smell of gasoline and fertilizer.
Help! Oh, help! I'm locked in the garage with a dirty woman. No.
Dr. Corbin?
Okay. He's still so cute.
I'm Sarah Holland, and this is astronaut Ethan Glantz. We're with NASA.
Who's in your car? I heard someone scream.
Thanks for saving the day. Now, what is it you want?
We're here because a satellite with your guidance system on board is about to re-enter the atmosphere. The system is non-responsive. You want to take a crack at it?
You're losing your uplink.
That's the consensus among the engineers.
Same engineers who sent you two here.
Grumpy old man, I love it.
It wasn't designed for this duration of duty, that's what. It was designed for the Skylab. My advice to you is to capture the satellite and bring it home.
It's too big.
It's a Russian communication satellite.
What the hell's my guidance system doing on a Russian satellite?
It's not really our primary concern at this time.
Where's it orbiting? Or is that not your primary concern either?
1,000 miles,
Rate of decay?
8,000 meters per day, and accelerating. You designed this system. If anyone can solve this problem, it's you.
You know, for a minute there, I thought you two might be a couple of Bob Gerson's lackeys. Your knowledge and your knowledge of history seems to make that impossible. Gerson's been taking credit for my work since '58 when he replaced my ass with a monkey.
He's a project manager at NASA. He's one of many people assigned to this problem.
I think it's time for you two to head on out of here.
Dr. Corbin, your country needs you.
Put a sock in it, Sonny.
You're not a team player. That's why you washed out at NASA.
Get out.
Ooh, get out.
We have to brush up on your hospitality skills.
Frank
Showdown
Corbin.
time.
We've got one sick bird up there. Apparently, there's some kind of design flaw in the guidance system.
Dr. Corbin is here with a solution.
Well, praise the Lord and hallelujah. Tell us about your solution, Frank.
There's some tension here.
Send my team up. We'll fix your broken satellite for you. Jerry, Hawk, Tank, send us up.
This is a joke. Am I right?
It's no joke. We were the best of the best. Even you'll admit to that, Bob.
And how old are
Pilots.
you, Frank?
Old enough to know your ass is in a sling.
Sarah, would you excuse us for a minute? This is about to become a personal matter.
Like, send them up as astronauts?
I did the design system. I'm the man to fix it for you.
I don't know how to break this to you, Frank, but you're an old man.
Well, this old man's all you've got. You know that, and I know that.
You became a senior citizen 5 years ago.
4.
Oh, hell, Frank. For once in your life, try to be a team player, but let the professionals at NASA fix that design flaw.
There is no flaw. How it got on a Soviet satellite in the middle of the Cold War, that's the only flaw I know of. How did that happen, Bob? Well, this is a hands-on job, and I haven't got time to train somebody to come up in your time frame. You take it, or you can leave it.
All right, all right. You, as a technical advisor, maybe. But I can't fill up a space shuttle with geriatrics, and you ought to be professional enough to know that.
He must be older than him.
Clock's ticking, Bob, and I'm only getting older.
Okay, it's a deal.
I want it in writing.
Has he been to space before?
Now, here are my terms. You and your entire crew will have to meet the exact physical requirements as any other astronaut here. You will all train to fix that guidance system side by side with my people, in case one of your boys doesn't pass.
I think that's fair.
You're damn straight it is. I can't tell you how much I'm gonna enjoy watching you make a complete ass of yourself.
It's gonna be a real pleasure working with you again, Bob.
Who else is on the team?
In the 40th year, Amariah begat Zadok, who begat Libni.
I know him.
The brother of Uzziah. No, that's not it either. Just, no.
The Notebook? Maverick? Let me just crazy
Once upon a time, 4 of the best pilots in the U.S. Air Force trained to fly into space. And they flew at the speed of sound to the very top of the sky, cheating death and free falling from 20 miles high. Now, excuse me, my former boss.
It seems there might just be resurrection after all.
Well, come in and let's talk about it. Grandchildren?
Well, they'll be here when you get back. This will give you material for 3 or 4 more sermons.
I'm receiving a word from on high.
And what is that word?
The word is, why the hell not?
1 down, 2 to go.
Second one's too fast. The little Johnny will pass out up there.
Father's a gifted man.
Oh, he's gifted, all right.
Oh, boy, we have some work to do.
That's... Oh, this is a fun game, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
Good.
They didn't do what I...
A little too long.
Hey, Frank. Holy cow, what are you doing here?
Finding out what you're doing for the next month and a half. NASA wants to send us into space.
I wondered which one of us was going to go first. See now, dementia, sweetheart, 40-year-old memories are as sharp as the day they happened, but you can't remember what you had for breakfast. Associate, Cherie.
Cherie?
What are you talking about, NASA?
Right. You don't need those, do you?
Well, no, just to read, go to movies, drive, walk, you know. Am I in? Hell yeah. I can't believe it. Team Daedalus, we ride again. Hawk must have gone into orbit when you told.
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't talked to Hawk yet. I haven't talked to Hawk in a long time, Jerry.
When are the two of you gonna grow up and stop acting like little boys?
Utah.
Hey, it's my birthday and I want the shit scared out of me.
We don't do that kind of flying here.
Well, who does?
He does. Hey, Hawk, this guy wants a scary ride.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Tommy Lee Jones. That's who the voice was. Oh my gosh.
Splendid work.
Thank you.
I surrender to you.
Ew, he probably stinks though. Don't touch it with your hands.
You know what the worst day of my life was?
No.
Day Armstrong set foot on the moon. Guess I was the only one in the world that wanted to commit suicide that day.
Well, thanks for that, Frank. We hadn't talked in 12 years, and that's pretty much been the big question on my mind. What can make you commit suicide?
I'm working on a little blackmail with NASA. They've got a satellite that's going to crash. And I told them I'd only do it if the original Team Daedalus did the job. Jerry and Tank are in. They're down at the roadhouse across the highway.
You don't need to be putting foolish notions in the head of a fool, especially not a damned old fool.
You weren't a fool then, but you're acting like one now.
Say hello to Barbara for me.
You say hello to Jackie.
I wished I could. Jackie died on me, Frank.
Sorry, I didn't know that.
When?
the same stubborn jackass he always was.
And you still drive slower than a little old lady on her way to the church house.
Oh my gosh. Why do I know this song?
Commander Cliff Jenkins once told me a story about you and him in Vietnam.
Yeah, if you heard it from Cliff Jenkins, it's guaranteed to be 100% bull.
Tank Sullivan. He's a navigator, the best one the Air Force ever had. This is Jerry O'Neill. He's a structural engineer and designer.
No nickname for you?
Oh, you can call me anytime.
Oh, they're all so cute.
These men you're sending up, they are not astronauts. The last time they trained for a space mission, people were driving cars with fins on them.
Yeah, but the truth is that Frank Corvin's not going anywhere. His team's not going to pass the physical trials.
This is supposed to reassure me. What will you do then?
My best young astronaut is training right alongside Colonel Corvin, gaining proficiency in that antiquated guidance system. And until he does, Frank Corvin's going to believe he's going up.
Perhaps we should consult.
There will be damn consulting. No one is to be in the loop on our little problem. Do I make myself perfectly clear, General?
Okay, Bob.
The average staging time for a mission is 12 months. We're doing this one in 30 days. In 1986, the former Soviet Union launched communication satellite Icon. Her orbit is rapidly decaying. She will re-enter the Earth's atmosphere in 30 days. Your mission is to intercept and capture her using the shuttle's grappling arm. Once accomplished, you will shoot her back into geosync orbit using the payload assist module rockets. Any questions?
Easy peasy.
Question. With all due respect to Frank and the guys, why don't we just capture the bird? Bring it home with a crew trained in satellite retrieval.
It's too big, Gene.
For the space shuttle? How did you guys get it up there in the first place?
There were modifications post-deployment.
That
The
seems
system has to be
fishy.
fixed on site. And Frank here is the only engineer proficient in such obsolete technology. In other words, given the short amount of time, he's the only engineer that can do the job.
Count me out. I think you guys need to get a new flight director.
Yeah,
How did a
replace him
guidance
too.
system from Skylab end up in a Russian bird?
Apparently, I'm the man who could fix it for you.
Still the same old Frank, huh?
That's the consensus around here.
You fellas made a deal. You're taking two of my guys with you. Ethan, Roger, who's a cocky little are the two best astronauts in our pipeline. Deal?
Deal.
Well, okay, Gene.
Suck it up, Frank.
He's a delight.
Dr. Carruthers, I'll be assisting Dr. Michelson here.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Easy for you to say.
Cover your right eye and read the chart if you would.
LEPFLF, LEPTP, LFETELOP, ZD, FLEPTP, LEP, FLFLEPT.
You have 2010 vision, Colonel.
And 14 seconds. All right. EFL, EPT, PLEP, FLELET.
2020.
And 5 seconds slow.
Wish I could be your next.
His wife beat.
You could get your fiancé to take you to some brasserie in France.
Let's see how you do on your physical first.
I'm just going to do the bottom three lines, FLEPT, PLEPFL, FLEPT, PLF. You think oysters would be too much for the first date?
You have 2010 vision, Captain.
Yeah, these are just for looking at you, kid.
Does he have it memorized?
LEPT, PLE.
You don't remember me, do you?
What?
No, my father was flight surgeon at Beale Air Force Base.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Barton.
I met you when I was about 12 years old, but that was quite a while ago. I doubt you remember.
Now, wait a minute now. Pigtails, a lot of freckles, and knobby little old knees. Was that you? Yeah, how's old goat?
He passed away 9 years ago.
You don't tell everybody seems to be dead lately. I hear that.
There is no way.
This is going to give me a heart attack.
That's the point. What? To give us a heart attack? Hell yes. Suppose we didn't make it through liftoff. The United States would be the first country to ever launch 4 dead bodies into orbit.
Damn well sure NASA's going to want us to have it right here on Earth, so let's get moving. Come on, your lady doctor's watching. Let's go.
She is? Oh, no.
Montage time?
Oh. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. All right. Let her go. Let her go. Come on, Ethan. All right. Push, baby. Push. Push. Here we go. Here we go. Let her go. Let her go. Push it, baby. Push. All right now. Atta boy. Oh, yes, sir.
Not bad.
I'm going to go to my room now and cry.
If Bob screws these guys over, oh, freaking Bob.
Damn, Jerry.
Round of drinks from your friends at the table over there? Who ordered you some goodies?
2 old gummers in space.
Cheers.
I drink this stuff. It's good for your libido.
Why didn't they talk for 12 years?
Race to the last lap.
All right.
Okay? Count down to 1.
All right.
1!
I was looking for Hawk.
Oh, well, come on in. Come on in.
Oh no.
Oh, I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. So what brings you to the men's locker room, Sarah?
Well, Gene moved up the simulator run. Yeah, this is very uncomfortable, and I'll be leaving now.
Sarah, I'm going to take you out for a beer.
Oh?
I'll be needing one.
Threw up on my helmet.
It was 3 G's. That's as bad as it gets during a set re-entry.
It's a piece of cake, guys. First one to pass out buys a beer tonight. You're on.
Oh.
I don't know. Doesn't seem to be moving to me.
Not if my life depended on it. Could I do that?
Y'all's equipment broke down.
Makes them look younger, doesn't it?
Push over, Frank!
You know, I do believe it's moving now.
Here they watch it.
Sure will take the wrinkles out.
What the hell's going on here? I'm sure you people think you're putting on a great show, but this is not a tour. Now, which one of you idiots wants to explain this?
Which one of us passed out first?
I'm getting too old for this
Hey.
Oh, honestly, he's burned.
Both passed out at the same time.
Bull!
Tell me, miss, given the circumstances, which one of us would you take home tonight?
Retirement home?
No, seriously, honey. Stop harassing the waitress.
I'm not harassing a waitress. What are you talking about? Why don't you go back to your virgin pink daiquiri and just mind your own business?
He's in the hospital, old man.
Oh, yeah, well, I've got Medicare. Go ahead and shoot your best shot.
I've got Medicare.
Don't make your old lady a widow.
Don't.
Wait, no, you can't do this. You and that mean-ass temper of yours.
Are you insinuating that I blew it back in '58?
Oh, hell yes, you blew it in 50. Get out there in that parking lot.
I got 10 on Frank.
I don't think it was either of their fault at 58.
Yeah, did you see that guy's face when I said...
Just who got Team Daedalus can? Colonel Hawkins?
Yeah, this is going to be a long night.
Okay. Let's not, guys. Let's not break bones.
Morning, Hawk.
Good morning.
What the hell happened to your eye?
I fell in the dang shower.
How's it going, Frank?
Oh, fine.
You slip in the shower?
How would you know that?
I'll have a chat with the janitor.
Crosswind on our right, 14 knots.
Run a little hot when I open up speed brake.
100.
Touchdown.
That was pretty smooth.
1,000 feet, your airspeed's too high. Stick to their protocol. Secondary hydraulic failure, you're gonna come unshort.
You can't throw all that at him on the first run.
We got 3 weeks to send 4 old farts into space. This is Flight School 101.
It's a flying brick on approach, and you got to use the onboard computer.
Request onboard computer failure.
Feet, coming in too steep, huh?
You better pull up, sir. You're gonna lose it again.
Meters are down, sir. She's all yours.
500 feet, almost lined up.
Your airspeed is way too high.
Okay, backseat drivers. Where are we going?
Not that much. You'll put her into a stall.
100 feet, you know what you're doing, right?
Yeah, I'm tapping on brakes a little bit.
Drop the nose on.
All right, what's the airspeed? Drop that nose there. Like that. Smooth as a baby there.
I'd like to see these guys do it without the computer.
From your teammates at the table over there. Gerber's baby food. Oh, and some training material for you to look over. Cheers for the bigger words.
40%? Yeah, you might nail it. You might crash and burn. The odds are against you currently. See, that's why I got out of the astronaut program. I knew my chances of ever getting on a space shuttle were way less than 40. You've jumped out of planes 20 miles up. You drove rocket sleds at the speed of sound. You're not afraid of anything.
No, that's not true. I've been afraid. When I was 17 years old, I was crazy in love with this college girl. She's beautiful. Oh, gorgeous. She, of course, was crazy in love with Texas A&M's All-American defensive end, Scott LeBeau. And I mean, this cat was 6'6" if he was a foot
So my friends tell me if they see Scott LeBeau, well, I did a better tackle on that fiberglass house than he ever did on the football field. And the thing goes rolling off down this bluff, winds up in a creek. Screaming and yelling don't sound like no All-American defensive end. It's decidedly more feminine than that.
No.
The love of my life, rolling down the bluff in a fiberglass house. Yeah, I ran like hell and joined the Air Force the next day. I was afraid, truly afraid. Her.
Are you afraid of me?
I married her 4 years later.
Oh. Uh-oh. Is it gonna get out?
Extra, extra. Read all about it.
I don't know
The
how
ripe
this leaked
stuff.
out.
It's pretty clever.
Why can't we verify the story?
Why?
Yeah.
Because STS-200 is a delicate and top secret satellite recovery. That's why. How do you think the vice president felt this morning when he came down for breakfast? Opened his paper and saw that. It's easy for you to laugh, sir, but you don't have to deal with him. I do.
Politics.
We're going to simulate your onboard living conditions to familiarize you with the new living environment.
I think Bob sold Frank's designs to Russia in a very sensitive time.
USA Today calls them the ripe stuff. Please welcome Team Daedalus. Well, thank you, gentlemen.
This is fun.
One of you is a Baptist minister. Tank? Can I call you Tank? Tank Sullivan?
You may call me Tank.
Now, what is that? That's a cross
Yeah,
with
I'm
a
a
rocket
minister.
on it.
Huh? Yeah.
What faith is that? I'm not familiar with that. What, is that Lutheran? What is it? What is
It's Baptist.
Are you the babe magnet?
I keep telling these guys it's got nothing to do with me. It is entirely on the woman and how willing she is to discover her infinite supply of orgasms.
No. You guys all have military background, right?
That's true. That's true. And we were
North or south? Which side were you on?
They're working so hard and he's gonna take it all out from under them.
What did he do? How did you bypass the heat exchanger?
I didn't bypass anything.
You're not being very forthcoming on the workings of the guidance system.
I've done everything short of calculus instructions to bring you up to speed on this. What do you want me to do? Draw you a picture?
I hold 2 master's degrees from MIT, Dr. Corbin.
Well, maybe you ought to get your money back.
Old burn.
What don't I know?
You're setting me up again.
Here's one of our astronauts now. Why, Frank, what a semi-pleasant surprise.
You had no intention of sending me up, did you?
Frank, I'm right in the middle of something just now. You just hung up on the head of our program, the Vice President of the United States.
You screwed me over in 1958, and you're screwing me over now.
I'm glad he found out now.
I didn't make any deal with you. You blackmailed me. And if you want to stick by your...
Blackmail?
What the hell is all this?
It means someone on your team didn't pass his physical. One of you has cancer. It's in his pancreas.
Does he know?
Dr. Carruthers talked to him this morning.
No. We're gonna get another doctor and get another opinion, not one that's on your payroll. You'll do anything to keep me from going up into space.
Oh, really? So that's what this little drama's all about. And this whole time I thought it was about your friend, but it's really about your seat on the space shuttle. Isn't it, Frank? NASA's gonna send you up in the space shuttle. You and Jerry and Tank, regardless of whatever deal you have with me. A genuine all-American hero. You've made NASA popular all over again. They're even gonna get that juicy budget infusion they've been drooling over. The vice president insists.
We can't go without Hawk.
8 months best I can do.
They don't know for sure.
I watched my wife go out that way. I ain't doing it.
The love of your life.
What is a pancreas anyhow? I mean, I don't know what the damn thing does for you. Besides give you cancer.
Oh, look at his cute smile. Be nice.
Sorry, Frank. I know how much this flight meant to you. It looks like I crashed another one. I'm sorry.
Well, they want to take Jerry and Tank and me.
You played them fellers just right.
I didn't say anything.
Well, don't be stupid. You don't want to blow it again. This is your last shot.
Look, Hawk, this isn't easy.
Hey, easy hell.
Put yourself in my shoes.
No, you're not getting away with that. You've been blaming me for Daedalus for 40 years. You're not laying this on me. You choke this one, it's on you, pal. All on you. You know what the worst day in my life was? It's the day I met you and you put the idea in my head I could pilot a ship in space.
Oh.
I'm not going out without Hawk.
You gonna blackmail me again, are you, Frank?
No.
Yes.
I'll teach Ethan everything he needs to know. Hawk doesn't go, I don't go.
He does love Hawk.
Team Daedalus, all of Team Daedalus, has a launch in 92 hours.
Holy cow.
I had her made for you.
Wow.
Well, you owe me dinner now.
You go out to dinner with Spider-Man?
Yeah, well, if you'll buy me oysters.
Oh, I'll buy you pearls. You like dancing?
Oh.
Well, we've only waited 40 years. What do you say, Reverend Tank? You think a prayer's in order?
I was just reciting the shepherd's prayer. Oh, Lord, please don't let us screw up.
Amen.
Amen.
Oh, wow. You're really doing it.
We have a go for main engine start. Ignition.
Does that look right? That big cloud? Puff cloud? I love when they clap in the control room.
Space will never be the same.
This is just step one of like 1,000 though, right?
Or go at throttles up.
Roger, Houston. Go with throttles up.
That's when they break off, right?
Coming up to negative return.
Do we do?
Negative return.
You are negative return.
We're just a dot. Houston, do we have a go for orbit ops?
Roger, Daedalus. You are go for orbit ops.
4 hours to intersect. We're right on schedule.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Relax. Our man is up there with him.
I knew it. There is something he did that they're gonna hide. Some kind of corruption. They did it.
It was worth the wait.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you, Frank. I owe you one. Not a bad takeoff for some rookies. You guys are over the edge. You're in space. Welcome to the club.
Thank you, Roger.
Dead center. Good driving up there, Hawk.
Let's light him up. Will you get a load of this?
What?
The radar down, the damn thing's painting a target on us. It thinks we're a bogey.
Radar off.
It's a weapon?
Can you grab it, Tank?
Yeah, I can get it. Hawk can get us in there. I'm just worried about the mass.
I'm just worried about this thing getting pissed again.
The objective of this mission is the restoration of this satellite, so let's get on with it, okay?
I'm not getting this crew killed, that's you included.
This is their inside man.
You have a go for capture.
All right, we have a go for capture. Let's pull it in and see what she looks like.
Give me a minute to get it stable.
So they're bringing it in. They'll perform the repairs.
Okay, how does that look?
That's close enough for me.
While up here in space.
Houston, this is Daedalus. We've got Icon.
Good work, fellas.
Boys look mighty sharp.
Always stresses me out when the wives are watching. Okay, yes. Is anyone else going? What? This is insane. He learned to be an astronaut. He can fly around on his little jetpack. I hope he's tethered
Welcome to space,
somewhere.
Frank. You waited a while for this.
Yeah. Only 40 years.
All right, Cowboys, let's round them up. We got work to do.
Claustrophobic.
Frank, I don't think that's the panel.
You don't, do you?
This seems dangerous. Watch this guy.
This is some piece of junk.
Watch that sneaky guy.
This isn't a sightseeing trip, Frank.
Abort activity. Frank, listen to me. I said abort activity now.
What's going on, Frank?
Can they not hear them down here?
What is this damn thing?
A Russian communication satellite, Colonel.
You don't think I know a nuclear launch platform when I see it? And why are we helping the Russians put a missile silo back into orbit?
There's some kind of genius. You figure it out.
You're only here as a publicity stunt, all right? You got what you wanted. You're in space. Now finish the damn mission.
Ugh.
Well, Gene, you were right to be concerned about this thing coming out of orbit. It happens to have 6 armed nuclear warheads on board.
What's he talking about?
I have no idea.
Liar.
Icon is a relic from the Cold War. It has floated dead in space ever since the Soviet Union fell. There are 6 missiles on board, targeted at strategic American installations. If Icon goes offline, it will assume that there has been a catastrophe and will initiate launch on its own.
Well, you picked a hell of a time for confession, General.
Those are our boys up there, and that is a treaty violation. Goddamn big one.
And while you're at it, why don't you ask your friend the general there how my guidance system from Skylab got up with their 6-gun in the first place?
Huh.
It was stolen by the KGB from Mr. Gershon's personal files.
Hey, this is all news to me.
Liar.
You'd hook us up to this bastard, have us put it back into orbit fully armed, and keep it a secret just to save your ass.
People, we have a real problem here.
You think?
We are latched on to a 100 megaton hydrogen bomb traveling 17,000 miles an hour. How about it?
Think we can get it out into deep space?
4 payload assist rockets? Just, maybe. I don't know. Let me crunch some numbers.
Somebody's outside the ship. Daedalus, this is Houston. You have an unscheduled EVA you want to tell me about?
Jam the airlock door, Frank.
Remove the panel and override.
Is he with the Russians?
What are you doing?
Your job, Frank. Putting Icon back into geosync orbit.
Houston, override.
You don't know the sequencing.
Get down below and get suited up. When he gets that door fixed, get out there.
All right.
Not connect those Pam rockets, you understand?
Ethan, do not lock onto those Pam rockets. You hear me?
What, is he gonna kill them all? I don't...
Got it.
Guys? What a dummy. Dude. Like, if it... They're gonna die, right? If it makes a hole in their ship? Holy frick.
We lost Icon and Ethan.
Roger's hurt mid-deck. He's bleeding badly.
Status GVC. Check.
Range, 100 feet. It's accelerating, Miss Holland.
Oh, they're gonna lose it.
You gotta cue me when the satellite comes around and lines up with the shuttle. You'll just have to enable the Pam rocket to accept my command.
Frank, you have one shot. Maybe. You miss, you're never going to make it back to the ship.
That seems like an impossible plan. Is this thing hurtling towards Earth? I'm a bit confused about the situation, but we're going with it. Also, is Ethan dead?
2,200 feet.
This is a bad idea. By my calculations, you got 15 seconds to ignite that pan.
We're almost there, Frank.
3, 2, 1.
That's good? Is that good? That's Pam? That's good? Just jumbling around nuclear warheads. Okay.
I'll get the extra payload assist modules and hook them up while you take Johnny Quest here back to the ship.
We've only got one rocket left.
One Pam's got no chance of getting that thing into orbit, Frank.
Even if we get this thing going, it's not gonna have enough power with 2 broken panels.
Take the kid back. I'll handle this.
And just how are you gonna handle it, Professor? You're a pilot, remember?
I'll need all the extra O2 modules you've got.
No.
I love you, Frank, but why do you have to be such a killjoy all the time? Besides that, you ever see a prettier moon?
What's he talking about, Frank?
It's 250,000 miles away. You'd never make it.
Oh, hell yes, I will. As gravity will take over and do the rest, I'll fire these things into outer space and let them self-destruct.
That's not a solution, Frank. One Pam rocket's not nearly enough thrust. Now let's everybody slow down. There's got to be another way.
Got to be a winner in every race, Frank. Looks like it's going to be me this time.
Like as in, he's gonna sacrifice himself? I still don't really get it.
Can't let him do that.
What's the status?
Frank!
What's the status here?
Fire took out one orbital engine, primary and secondary guidance system. Hydraulics are questionable. You're going to have to pilot this bird in by yourself, and you're going to have to do it dead stick.
Don't look at me. I haven't flown anything bigger than a Cessna in 30 years.
Looks like I'm getting the better part of the deal here, Frank.
Stop laughing. You used up all your oxygen.
What?
Those missiles run out of fuel in 20,000 miles. Launch them too soon, the warheads could find their way back home to Earth. Leave it too late, well, it could run out of fuel, and then you'd be stuck with it.
Let's shoot this baby to the moon.
Count down to 1, right?
On a count of 1.
Like, are we saying goodbye right now forever?
1.
Icon has left our gravitational field.
How's Daedalus?
We have a critical situation. The collision has left us with only one good orbital maneuvering engine, and it's leaking fuel. If there's not enough fuel for a deorbit burn,
We'll burn up or it'll skip off. What about guidance and avionics?
well, the computers are unresponsive. The only thing operating at 100% is their airflow. We're gonna have to re-enter the atmosphere and set her down in manual mode.
No, that's impossible.
Well, it's never happened before. The only 2 pilots alive who would even think about it are Roger and Hawk.
What are the survival probabilities?
20% at best.
Holy crap, that's not great.
I doubt it would even glide with its structural damage.
20% is better than 0.
Frank, the judgment here is to go for Florida. We're gonna get you as close to Kennedy as we can.
Remember when he was like, the computer will do it? He's like, what if the computer breaks? The computer's never broken. Sometimes you gotta go old school.
Easy, Frank. She's not a fighter jet.
We're doing this blind.
We're gonna put her in a steep dive. We'll make sure we don't overshoot. Jerry, you get everybody clipped in. About 10,000, we should be over Florida and get everybody out of here. I'll line her up for a ditch over the ocean. Got that, everyone?
Oh my gosh. I couldn't even begin to know where Florida was from the outside like that. Oh boy.
Altitude 30 miles over Texas.
Fried his antenna. Trajectory, where is he?
Way too hot. He's going to overshoot at this rate.
Coming up on
12,000.
All right, Jerry, blow that hatch. Get everybody out of here.
Blow the hatch.
Holy crap. What is that thing?
Good dog. What about you?
I'm going to line her up for a visual and then I'm out.
Are they conscious?
Get out of here. You hear me?
Team, Frank.
I want you out of here. That's an order.
Stay. Pull out now.
Negative for cover.
P100, gear coming.
Gear down. All right, there's nothing to it.
Holy crap. We're trying to land a flying brick.
It's gone into a stall. 185, she's gonna stall, Frank.
Now do we bail?
Speed, what do you say we drop the nose?
We are on the ground. We are on the ground. Please, can we start cheering in Houston? I love when they do that. He just did the impossible. You're fired.
It's a walk in the park, Frank.
I never doubted Frank Corvin, not for a minute. I brought him in on Project Daedalus 40 years ago, and I brought him in on this one.
There has to be a consequence for him. Oh, Hawk.
Do you think he made it?
Yeah, I think he made it.
Fly me to the moon and let me see what spring is like on. Fill my heart with song and let me sing. A ship and a door. In other words, I love you.
I needed Frank and Hawk to have a more good, like a final goodbye. Like, I know the end of Daedalus wasn't your fault, and I look up to you more than you know, and I love you. You know, I'm just so sad about him. I feel like he didn't get enough credit, but his name will be in the history books, right? Bob will be fired. What the freak? They don't want him talking to the media. The girl with the short hair is going to make sure he gets what he gets. Yippee. Okay, a great cast. Just, want to hang out with those guys. Like I said, I would have wrapped it up differently. I needed a more heartfelt, maybe that's too cheesy. I don't know. I just wanted one last cowboy in space love fest. The thing I like about Clint Eastwood is he is not trying to not age. Like a lot of guys in Hollywood maybe just like put it off, but he's like, nope, I'm gonna be the grumpy old man and I'm gonna rock at it. He has just an on-screen chemistry, all of them did, that is so easy to watch. I didn't, like I said, totally understand the space stuff they were trying to pull off, and it wasn't as emotional and intense as like Apollo or Apollo 13 or The Right Stuff, but it was just a easy, fun, cute, emotional, yes, movie with just a great cast who, I could watch any story of those guys and these old friends getting back together for a last hurrah. I thought it was highly enjoyable, and remember, Bob goes down. On the way to the moon, Hawk opens a letter from Frank expressing love for their friendship and all the guys. And they live happily ever after. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching along with me. I'll see you at the movies.